This is spooky. This is unbelievable. It's 2:29 in the morning of a Sunday, and earlier, I don't know, probably around midnight, I was I was watching Tim Roth on YouTube. I think it was part of the GQ segment where actors talk about their iconic roles, and I was watching it, and up to a certain point, YouTube closed on TV, and I had to open it again, find the spot I was watching, and then carry on watching it. And a few minutes later, it happened again, and it seems to affect all the applications on the TV at the moment. So I had no choice but to watch normal television, Freeview. So I'm going down the listings and I find Orson Welles Talking Pictures, which I think I've seen. But I start to watch it anyway, and there's an option where if you press the green button, you can watch it from the beginning using iPlayer. And I can't remember if it worked or not. No, I think it started to work, and then that closed, and then again it doesn't make sense because I think I was watching it, and next thing I know, I'm asleep, and I wake up, and I'm on BBC 4 on the TV, and I can't believe what I'm watching. I'm watching Peaky Blinders of all things, and it's all back to back. They're repeating all the episodes of Peaky Blinders on BBC 4, and I didn't know about it. I didn't even know about it because I just happened to have the channel on to watch Orson Welles, and I happened to fall asleep, and I woke up about 10 minutes ago to find I'm watching Peaky Blinders, and I'm thinking, oh, let me look at the scheduling, and it's on every day. And the thing is, if you've watched my videos, if you're an avid watcher, you know I binge watched the first 3 series in the hotel last autumn, and thanks to Netflix giving me a free month. And as soon as the pass ran out, a few weeks later, series 4 went on to Netflix, and I thought, you know. And now series 5 is going to be coming out soon on BBC, and I told myself, right, the moment we get a time when series 5 starts, I'll have to get a pass on Netflix to watch series 4. So here I am looking at the scheduling on BBC 4, possibly Thursday morning at 1 o'clock, Series 4 beginning. So I'm flabbergasted to wake up and find this, this surprise. It's an unexpected surprise. And I glanced over the laptop, and then I remembered I left the export one, and of course it's finished hours ago. So all I need to do now is just do the thumbnail and all the other bits, and it'll be ready for viewing in the morning. Then I can delete the files, and then I can move some more files over. I think, as I said, I might stay in tomorrow just to catch up so I can clear the files. Anyway, it's 2:30 and I'm going to sort out the thumbnail and then I'm going to go to bed. I think it's a sleep in tomorrow morning. I came round to look at to sort out the thumbnail, and I just see the desktop, not the software, and it's closed itself, and the file that you upload to YouTube looks unfinished, and I've just gone back into the software now, and I'm just going to look at the results of the render export, and it says it's still doing it. It's at 63%. Usually when this happens, I have to abort and rerun the export. I don't know what happened. I am confused. Right, time to kick off the export again. There is a clue why it may have crashed, and I think it's that old chestnut with lack of resource. I can see the video file that was uploaded previously for the last vlog. It was still on my desktop and I didn't delete it, and that's it's nearly 3 gigabyte. So I think because of that it ran out of memory. So I've just kicked off the export again, so I better delete the files really quickly. There we go. I deleted it. It's gone to the recycle bin, and I've just emptied the recycle bin. Okay, so that should work now. Well, that's disappointing. I haven't kicked off the export yet. That's because it won't let me. I have to right click. Right, here we go. Hello again. It's the morning of Sunday, Sunday, and it's an hour later to the time I got up this morning. I remember exactly what time it was, because if you was to type this into a calculator and turn it upside down, it would spell oil. So if that makes no sense to you, the time was 7:10. As I'd had issues with the export in the early hours, I got up, went to the laptop. It had uploaded successfully. I then thought I better sort out. It's all on YouTube under private. I just need to go in and finish it off. I did that, and now I'm about to watch it. It's approaching, as I say, 8:10. And then after this, I'm going to take a break. I can't have any breakfast because I forgot to get bread yesterday. I thought I was going to go out again when I got back, but it sort of knocked me out. So I'll have to get some bread first thing. Well, before I have my breakfast, I have to go out and get bread. So without further ado, I'm going to watch my video. Oh, there's the Tim Roth video I was watching. I couldn't watch YouTube yesterday because it kept on crashing. Maybe it'll still crash. Maybe there's an issue with Samsung TV and the apps at the moment, or there's a problem with my broadband. We shall see. So here's the video I've just which got uploaded sometime before, between between 2:30 and 7 a.m. Right, I'm going to kick it off now, see how it is, and then I'm going to let the laptop rest. It's been open. It's been on for like forever, I suppose. Oops, that was my belly. So now I'm going to watch this, and then I won't go. When I go on the laptop, I'll delete the files, etc. Transfer what I can at the moment, because I'm so behind with so many clips that it's taking up space, and it's only a matter of time before I fall even further behind, and then I've got no space on my phone. So I think today I have to devote to just catching up and taking breaks in between to watching Stanley Baker films, because as I mentioned actually in this video I'm about to watch, that today is a Stanley Baker Day. I think he died on this day in 1976, and Talking Pictures TV are devoting a whole day to him with oops, there goes my belly again, with an interview with one of his, with a member of his family or somebody close to the family. So in between while I have breaks in between the editing, I'll be watching Stanley Baker. Hopefully I'll pop out later just to clear my head. But that's the plan for now. Oh, there is a pub of YouTube, I think. I don't know. Hello again. I've seen the video that I uploaded in the early hours. I haven't deleted the files because I want the laptop to rest for a few hours. So what I did after that is watch the rest of that Tim Roth, not an interview, it was one-sided. It was it wasn't even a documentary, it was just I think it was Variety or GQ asking him to go through his iconic roles. And I finally watched it to the end. Then after that I watched something similar by the Hollywood Reporter. They had a round table of actors with Robert Pattinson and Bryan Cranston, Octavia Spencer, Margot Robbie, and a couple of others. I just don't want to waste time thinking about who they are. I'm doing it now. So I watched that. I didn't watch it all because it was an hour long and I was starting to get a bit twitchy because which brings me to this point now. I'm going to go to the supermarket and I need bread because I can't have breakfast. I haven't got anything to eat. I mean, I have got stuff to eat, but I want breakfast. I want beans on toast, so I need bread. I've run out completely. So I'm going to go and get some bread now. I'm running out of bleach. Anyway, I've written them down on Google Keep, so those are just two of the items. And being a Sunday, I have to get it now because if I leave it till later, all the superstores close around 4 o'clock. And then you go to the convenience stores, and of course they don't have the basic goods, and you're paying slightly astronomical prices. So, having said all that, I'm now off to a supermarket. I've got the items, and I would normally go back home, but we're going to go on a little adventure. It's not random, it has a purpose, and it might relieve the anxiety I'm having. And it's stupid what's bringing on this anxiety. It's so trivial, it's crazy. Okay, I'll take you out of the suspense. I bet you're not really, but the the suspense, the anxiety. It's just the situation with the files. My flash drive is full, my phone is getting full, and I need to offload it. Oh my gosh, I need more petrol. And so I thought to myself, well, the solution presented itself really a few days ago, a couple of days ago, maybe yesterday, I don't know, yesterday or the day before. Anyway, get to the point, please. Get another flash drive. It's obvious, isn't it? So I went into Asda. I thought, I like Asda. Asda's got everything, but their flash drives were pretty expensive. Yeah, so I shopped around online while I was in the store, and there's a place nearby. Okay, it could be an anticlimax, so I might as well just come out and say it. Curry's, PC Curry's, near one of the roundabouts, has a 128 gigabyte flash drive. I know I don't need that much, but I might as well have a spare flash drive. I've only got one flash drive, so I might as well have a spare, and then of course have one for emergencies, and I might as well get a big one. So anyway, I shopped around online, and there's a 128 gigabyte flash drive going for pretty cheap, for under £10. In Asda, what you get for £10 is 64 gig. So I did want to spend £10 on it really, because I don't need it, but it was giving me, I was digging a big hole here, you know. I was creating more files than I was getting rid of. So it made, and that's the solution. That will relieve the anxiety. That'll free up my day to do things. I don't have to stay indoors now. I can, you know, continue with my day. There's no pressure. However, I feel like I ought to stay in and do the editing. But if my phone does start buckling with too many files, at least I can offload it onto another flash drive. And also, it's a spare. You should always have a spare of something. So I'm going to have a spare flash drive. I thought that's a good idea. So it also gives me a little trip here to PC World or Curry's. It's the same thing. I think is it Curry's? Oh. Oops, I had to stop for a police car. At least I thought it was a police car. It's hard to tell with the yellow and red strips. I also need petrol. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Sorry, I interrupted myself. Blah blah blah. Yeah, PC World. I think PC World is an on-site retailer, whereas Curry's, which is part of, no, I'm thinking of Dixon's actually, I'm talking rubbish. Curry's and PC World are probably a merged entity, where I'm thinking of Dixon's. Dixon's exists only online instead of as a site or a store. But that was hard work, wasn't it? I got there. turning, so I had to pass 2 more roundabouts to get to this roundabout, to get to another roundabout. I should have come from the left direction, but I took the wrong turning at the roundabout. Gosh, it's hot. I'm beginning to perspire. It's very hot. It's a funny little roundabout, this, because it says keep right. Yeah, I have to go right to get off the right. Far away? Extra right. Whoops. Just do it. See? You have to keep right, but I'm going to go straight across, you see? Makes me wonder whether I should keep staying in the second and the first lane. Okay, so the next roundabout is the last roundabout. Well, not really. Well, yes, it is. If you don't include a mini roundabout after that, which you'll soon see. If you're familiar with the Sainsbury's and the PC World, you know what I mean. So, oops, I'm going into lower gear. Drop speed, I mean. Alright, here we go, come into this roundabout. This is the Broadwater roundabout. I need to go to where St. Wilfrid's Hospice is. It's too late, I can take this lane. I won't speed. Okay, so I need to come off this roundabout. And now I've got a little mini roundabout coming now. Oh, you. Better slow down here. And here's the mini roundabout. Oops, I'm still indicating. Come on, Muppets. I could hear it, it's not as though I was Mutt and Jeff. Right, so here we are. We're on the estate, the trading park, or whatever you want to call it. It must have a name, this, you know. What is it called? Well, I'm going to turn left. It's not here, but this one. Got in the guy's way. Thank you. Here we are, Curry's PC World. I was going to say, are they closed? It looks dark in there. However, there's people. It's just darkly lit. Good. I got it. But it cost £24, not £10. But I only paid £19 for it. 128 gigabyte. Now what happened? What went wrong? Well, I did a simple Google. 128 gigabyte flash drive. That was running under £10. It said there's some nearby. Clicked it, took me here. When I clicked it, it brought up the item. It said 128 gigabyte, $9.99. Click to take you to the website, and when I clicked it to take me to the website, it was completely different. It was 16 gigabytes instead of 128. So it looks like it's coded. The specification is 120, is 16 gig, but somebody put 128 in the title of the product, which is, it's just free it's a free field, free text. So you can type anything, and you can type one elephant. And because of that, the 9.99 returned a 60 gigabyte drive. What happened was I went into PC World. The young man came to me and he said, "Do you need any help?" So I thought, okay, I'll tell him straight away. He took me to where the flash drive is, and he was with me when he found it, and he said it's £24, and I said, "No, look." So when I clicked on the link to go further, it was 16 gigabytes, not 128. So I said to him, "Okay, thank you." And I was about to walk out. He said, "Do you mind if I ask you a question about broadband?" And I thought, okay, might as well. So he asked me about my broadband, how much I'm paying for it, and he found a cheaper deal. He found a cheaper deal. Wait, first of all, he found two deals, and he found, I think he found a broadband deal, and he found a broadband and TV deal. He just happened to mention the broadband and TV deal to me, which was about £38, and I'm paying £30. And for £38 you get Sky and the broadband, but more important, you get a Sky box which records things off the telly. And I've been looking for a box that records things off the telly, and I have mentioned it in previous videos. Anyway, back to the broadband. He found a cheaper deal, and I said to him, "Well, look, I'm already with EE," and so he found out how much. I think it was £15. It was cheaper. I said, "Well, I'll have to back out of the contract." He goes, "Yeah, but it'll be a little cost. It'll be a cost. We'll find out how much it would cost you." So he went away, talked to his colleague, and apparently because I've still got a year left, it will be quite a high cost to come out of the contract. So that was the end of it. But it got me thinking about the TV side, the Sky TV and the recording box, which will cost about £20 a month, well, £15 a month. Well, for £15 a month I get a box that can record things, and you can pay a one-off cost for a recording device. I'm going to get a recording device that I'm going to constantly pay £20 for, £15 for. I keep saying £20. That's because they say if you want HD channels, then it'll cost you £5 more a month. So I said, okay, £20, I'll have the HD channels. I've got the box to record TV shows, and I've done it. I've bought a Sky subscription for 18 months at £20 a month that can record 5 channels. You can watch one, but it's all conditional. I haven't paid yet, obviously, but I've got a 14-day cooling period if the engineer says I can't, if I need to drill another hole in the wall for another dish, because I already have a satellite dish on the wall, and I've already paid for the, well, I will be paying for the installation, which will be £10. So things I'll be getting Sky Atlantic as well. I won't get all of the box sets, but there will be a catch-up, and I'll be able to control the TV remotely like I used to with Virgin, and I can record things in advance so long as it's on the TV guide within 2 weeks. But it can't do a wish list where you can type in a director's name, and if it appears in the listing it will automatically record it. It can't do that. I have to do that every 2 weeks, sort of manually, but at least I've got the facility to do that. Still, I've got, if I feel, I'm beginning to doubt it now. The only redeeming feature was I used to pay this to Virgin, but I'm paying less. I'm getting the Sky channels, especially Sky Arts. So somebody's going to come on a Monday, I don't know which Monday, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's Monday week, and set it all up. And I said to him, could you do me a deal with the USB drive? You're selling it for £24, can you get it to half price or less? And he said, no, we can knock £5 off. So I said, okay, forget it. So I came back to the car and I thought about it. I started looking online. I thought, it's £20 for 128 gig. I might as well. It's always going to cost a lot of money, and I'm going to get £5 knocked off. So I went back in the store. I said, is the £5 discount still on? And it was. So I bought this for £19, and I'm sweating. And I've got the aircon on. Right, so it's been a bit of an adventure today, and the day hasn't really started as such. So what I'm going to do is head back home. I've got groceries in the bag, the bread and all that. Nothing needs to go in the fridge. I've got a garlic and herb mayo, which I can use on the chili con carne. I've got bread, now I can have beans on toast, and I've got something else. What else did I get? I'm not good at listing things off the top of my head. What else did I get? I got the bleach. That's it. And biscuits, because I didn't have a spare packet. And while I was there, I looked at the pink grapefruit shelf, and there's no pink grapefruit there, but on the label it says temporarily out of stock. So what is going on with the grapefruit juice all over the Asda's at the moment? Anyway, I've got enough indoors. I think I've got 3 boxes. I've started one, so I've got 2.5 boxes. That's like 5 days worth. Well, I'm rambling on, and I'm going to make my way back to the flat. Right, I'm back. So I've got the stuff. The weather isn't sunny, it's overcast. Not even overcast, it's cloudy. Yeah, it's cloudy. There's no other name for it. So it doesn't feel sunny. It was hot in the car, as you saw earlier. I was perspiring. It's dry. Maybe the sun will come out later. Normally the evenings when it has its last hurrah. Got myself the bread. Right, so here's the bread. Yeah. Nothing special. This is something special, unusual. Crucials, garlic and herb. I'm going to squeeze that on the chili con carne, and if I have a kebab I might squeeze it on that as well. Oaty crumbles, I like this. This is like chocolate digestives, only they're oatmeal biscuits with chocolate. So you've got that, you've got the chocolate and you've got that oatmeal texture. This is my bomb bag. This is the bag I put in my back pocket for emergencies. And this contains the thick bleach. Only 45p. Someone in low on the Tesco equivalent. And of course, this should ease the pressure now. So what I'm going to do is carry on transferring files. And then, while I'm watching Killing Eve, I'm feeling a bit hungry actually. I was going to skip breakfast and go straight into the edit because I've wasted so much time this morning doing this. So as I'm feeling hungry, I'm going to have beans on toast and watch Killing Eve at the same time. I've already seen my video earlier, so I didn't want to waste any more time. And then I'm going to delete the files, transfer the files, and whether I'll edit or go out, and the weather and the sun comes out, we'll see. So that's the plan now. Breakfast, Killing Eve, and files.
The article about you in the Economist.
Congratulations. Enjoy the job.
It's a fake.
I'm just looking at the blinds because there was a bee. Bee came in the window and it got stuck between the blinds and the inside of the window, and the buzzing was driving me crazy. So I tried to, I was blowing through the cracks to push it out near the window so it could fly out, and it did. And then it came back again. And when I tried it a second time, it got wise and it was being stubborn. I was going to spray deodorant on it, and then I thought, no, blow and it'll go, and it did. But then I thought I'd try the deodorant this time. Then, oh no, I'll try the furniture polish. But when I squeezed at it, it wasn't a thrusting spray. It was just so it had no effect. So I thought to myself, just leave it, it'll get bored and it'll find its way out. And surely enough, I got back to my seat. I was watching Wentworth, My hair's sticking up. I was watching that program I just mentioned. It's a bit like Just a Minute where I mustn't repeat I keep sub-deviating. I shouldn't. And I forget where I am. Because I was transferring files. I'd already seen Killing Eve over breakfast. And yes, it took a long time to transfer files. Well, not surprising. So I had files on the phone, breaking the fourth wall. Had some files on the first flash drive. And what I did was the ones that were 20th of June didn't have all the files because that was when it detected a disk space error. What's this term? Run out of memory. No disk space. So the 20th I moved over to the second flash drive, which is 128 megs, as we all know because of today, plus the 21st folder, which is blank, and the 22nd folder, which is blank, and also the 23rd folder, which is blank because 23rd is today, just preparation. So a little bit of housekeeping there. I've got 17's done. I've deleted 17. 18th of June, 19th of June on this flash drive, and the rest on this flash drive. So while the files were being transferred, Killing Eve had finished. So just like last week, I started watching the next program, Wentworth Prison, and that's just finished. So now I'm going to edit. I think the time is 4:15. Can you believe? I suppose it's possible. I got up really early this morning. Mind you, when I was watching Wentworth, I kept on rewinding it about 3 times because I kept on falling asleep. So I think the sleep is catching up on me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit for a couple of hours. Then at 6:15 I might just pop out and go for a drive. It's a lovely day. There's no sunshine, but it is warm. It's 22, 23 degrees. But there's no evidence of any sun around here. So I might go to Southcliffe, Holywell, where I can park the car without any problems, and just sit on the bench and listen to the seagulls and the sea, and then come back and drive through town just to have some footage. Same old, same old. That's something to look forward to. But first, the 2 hours before that, I've got to work on the edit. But it's good. I'm back to, there's no problems now and no obstacles. I've got enough space now for, how many? 32, 64, 64. I think it's 4 times. I've got 4 times memory than this one, so that should be okay. As long as I catch up on my edits. How many days am I behind? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 5 days behind. Right, so without any more waffle, I'm going to commence. It's 10:15 in the evening, and I finished editing the 18th, which is Thursday's video or Friday's video. I haven't a clue. the 18th. Tuesday's video. Yes, finished editing and I've just kicked off the export. I obviously didn't go out, I stayed in, I just cracked on with the edit really, non-stop. I haven't even taken a break. So I can't even tell you what time did oh, so it's 4 o'clock. 6 hours. Yeah, 6 hours. Non-stop. Battery's running low. Ooh. Yeah, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 hours. Oh, I can't believe it. And I'm beginning to feel it now. So I'm gonna have a couple of sandwiches, a cup of coffee, listen to the radio, whether it's Scala or Gold or Absolute 80s. And watch what's on telly. Probably not Gotham, I might fall asleep through that. Just something light-hearted, not light-hearted, but something disposable like YouTube. You know, something that's just, you know, like you can watch it and skip it if you don't want to watch it. Just, yeah, watch YouTube. Right, so I might as well wrap things up for today. Once again, thank you for watching, it's much appreciated. And there's more to come. There's one every day. So if today's the 23rd and I've just done the 18th, then there's 19, 20, 21, 22, 5 more to come. I'll try and catch up as much as I can. And until then, goodbye.
And we were blown away at the time.
He killed the typewriter market, stayed dead. That company was worth 1.2